Hi, I'm Ryan Wrobel and
Keisha Black.
Keisha Black. Great. We're here from Wrobel Company Attorneys at Law in Belize City, and we've had a lot of inquiries about what's the education system like here in Belize. And Keisha, we both have kids
Yes.
in the educational system here in Belize, so we can share a bit about that, how it works. I did not originally go to school here in my primary school or elementary school days. I went to school in the state of New York in the US, where we have what we call K through 12, kindergarten through 12th grade. That's not the way it works here in Belize.
No, I'm local, so I know. We have preschool and then we have primary school, and then from there, it's the usual high school, university there. So
what about the grades? So in the United States, we have kindergarten and then first, second, third grade, all the way up to 12th grade. That's elementary school, what we call it in high school. But in Belize, there's different labels. What are what I would call grades or stages of education in Belize?
when you usually start off in preschool, which typically a child starts about the age of 3. It's 2 years, but it's not mandatory that you do the 2 years. Typically a child would do 1 year. You have to be 5 by the time you enter primary school. And so for primary school, I think it would be considered first grade to 8th grade, I think, in the US. That's infant 1 to standard 6.
Okay.
So it's lower classes, infant 1, infant 2, and then it goes standard 1 all the way to standard 6, and that's your primary school. And then after, you would leave from there, go to another school, a high school, where you do 4 years, and then you have first form all the way to fourth form. Those are your high school years.
One major difference between the States and Belize as far as high school, fourth form is what you say, graduate here in Belize.
Yes.
12th grade in the United States. Typically in the US, our 12th grade, people are usually about 18 years old, sometimes 17, but usually 18. I would say that's more average. Fourth form, or the final year of high school here in Belize, how old would the average student be?
The average student would be about 16 years old.
So I've
That's
heard.
where I was when I graduated.
Okay, so it's a little bit different.
Yes.
However, some people in Belize elect to continue that education to what I hear sixth form.
Sixth form, yes. So it's actually junior college, or that's what it would be called. Sixth form, that's where you get your associate's degree. And here in Belize, there's different options. You have Galen University, you have St. John's College, junior college. Typically, a lot of people usually go there first.
Okay.
And then you also have the University of Belize here in Belize City, and they have different branches throughout the country as well.
University of Belize, that would be after junior college or after sixth form, correct?
They offer associate degree courses
Okay.
as well. So some people just typically skip the sixth form adventure. We
Yeah.
call it an adventure because when you finish from high school, that's where you want to, figure out what you want to do in life and stuff before the big college.
Very different from the United States again, because after 12th grade, and again, I think that's the 2-year difference. You're saying 16 at graduating from fourth form, 18 in the States on average. An associate's degree in the States, which is a 2-year degree, that's something that if people pursue that, it is when they're 18 or 19 years old. Same, but different. A lot of times in the States, it's 12th grade onto a 4-year bachelor's. Bachelor's degrees are offered in Belize.
Usually like a 2 to 3 year period as well. I did mine at the University of Belize.
Okay.
At that time, it wasn't offered at St. John's College, Junior College, but I think as of recent, that is being offered. There's a wider variety of courses that you can do now, so a lot of expansion in the school system.
Okay. For somebody that's considering coming to Belize with a young child, they may have options, I understand. Certainly, I know there's options. We have public school, we have private school. There are primary schools all around the country. What are your thoughts on that? Public school, private school, what are options? What are the options that somebody coming from abroad would have for their children's education here?
There is public school and private school. I think it all depends on what it is that you want for your child. Okay. Because I think if you want to get more into the lay of the land and the people, the culture, and everything more of the sort, I think it is offered at primary school, but you get more, private school, but it is more offered socially at public schools. You get different, it's just a different feel, I think, altogether. And it's more localized. As to private school, I think it's more, well, maybe you can speak on that part more, but I think it's more centralized to different likings and stuff, where at the public school, you get what you get, but you still get the same great education. It's wider though, because there's more students in a classroom with one teacher, as opposed to a private school where there might be 2 teachers to a lesser amount of kids in a class.
Student-teacher ratio, I understand.
It all depends on what it is that you want for your child.
Our target audience are typically people that are looking to move to Belize, and again, with young children or school-age children. Any other things that they should consider about the education in Belize?
I think it's different, a lot different. I have nieces who just recently left from Belize,
Okay.
from a public school, went to the US studying in a public school as well. But everything is different. The atmosphere is different. The kids in their classes are a bit older, much older than they are. And they're one of the younger kids in their class. And because of the age range, I think one of my nieces, they had to stay back a bit because she was younger than the other kids. The culture is different, and it makes a bit of adaptability a bit difficult going that side. When coming this side, from people that I've heard, I mean, Belizeans are cool. We're just, it's just
Nice,
easy.
nice, easy and smooth. Fair
Yes.
enough. I will tell you something, kind of a personal story. Growing up in New York, I had a lot of friends that not only graduated from high school in Belize at a younger age, at 16 years old, but also some of our sister countries like Jamaica. And I always found, after having conversations with them and interacting with them, that they got a rock solid education in the West Indies, in the Caribbean. Belize certainly included. Those of my friends that graduated high school in Belize and then continued on for an additional year to also pick up a high school degree in the States, they seem to have a more well-rounded foundation in school. It was easier for them. They told me that certainly public school in the States compared to public school in Belize, it was a lot easier for them. So I have a feeling that the education system here may be a little bit more demanding, perhaps superior. Who knows? That's subject to one's opinion.
Yeah,
Huh?
it's kind of hard to describe until you're in it actually.
Yeah, indeed,
So.
indeed. I think that the educational system here in Belize is solid. I think it definitely, well, it's worked for you, it's worked for many others.
I mean, here we are.
It creates well-rounded individuals. If you have any other questions about the educational system in Belize, contact the office. We'd love to help out and steer you in the right direction. We do have a newsletter that goes out every couple months. You can sign up for that to keep in touch and in tune with what's happening here. I appreciate you watching. Thanks very much.
Send us an email at info@lawbelize.bz.
Thanks.